When installing multiconductor rated 2000 volts or less in a ladder-type cable tray, is it permissible to place additional cables on top? What factors should we consider when calculating the inside width of the tray for this type of installation? Hello everyone. In this session, we'll examine how to determine the maximum number of multiconductor cables rated at 2000 volts or less that can be installed in a single cable tray, as outlined in section 392.22. We'll also conduct fill calculations to clarify these concepts. In the first part of this video, we will focus on sections 392.22a(1), which pertains to ladder or ventilated trough cable trays containing multiconductor power or lighting cables, or any combination of multiconductor power, lighting, control, and signal cables. So, without further ado, let's dive into our topics. Section 392.22a(1)(a). When all cables are 4/0 AWG or larger, the total diameter of all cables must not exceed the width of the cable tray, and the cables must be installed in a single layer. For determining the cable ampacity according to 392.80a(1)(c), the width of the cable tray must be at least equal to the combined diameters of the cables plus the required spacing between them. The sum of the diameters of all the 4/0 AWG or larger cables installed in the tray must not exceed the actual width of the cable tray. And the cables must be placed side by side in the tray in a single layer. Section 392.80a(1)(c) pertains to multiconductor cables that are installed in a single layer in uncovered cable trays. If this section applies, the cables must be maintained with a spacing of at least one cable diameter between them, and the ampacity of the cables shall not exceed the ambient temperature corrected ampacities of multiconductor cables, with no more than 3 insulated conductors rated 0 through 2000 volts in free air. For instance, we have 3 4/0 AWG cables, 2 250 kcmil cables, and 1 300 kcmil cable, all of which are XHHW, PVC, 3-core, Type TC power cables. What is the minimum width required for a ladder-type cable tray? The first step is to determine the nominal diameter of each cable, which can be found in the cable manufacturer's catalog. The nominal diameter for the 4/0 AWG cable is 1.506 inches. Since there are 3 of these cables, their total diameter is 4.518 inches. For the 2 250 kcmil cables, the nominal diameter is 1.653 inches, giving a total diameter of 3.306 inches. The nominal diameter for the 300 kcmil cable is 1.827 inches, and for 3 of these cables, the total is 5.581 inches. Adding these together, the total diameter of all the cables is 13.305 inches. Therefore, the minimum inside width of the ladder-type cable tray should be 16 inches or 400 millimeters. If the ampacity is determined based on 392.80a(1)(c), during installation, the cables will be spaced at least 1 cable diameter apart. Consequently, the minimum inside width of the ladder-type cable tray should be 13.305 inches multiplied by 2, yielding a total width of 26.61. Therefore, the minimum width is 30 inches or 750 millimeters. Please note that the standard reference size for the cable tray is derived from table 392.22a(1). However, if you find a cable tray size that matches your calculations, you may use it as long as it is not smaller than the calculated minimum inside width of the tray. Subsection 392.22a(1)(b). In cases where all cables are smaller than 4/0 AWG, the total cross-sectional area of all cables must not exceed the maximum allowable cable fill area listed in column 1 of table 392.22a(1) for the corresponding cable tray width. This subsection applies specifically to situations where all the cables installed in the cable tray are smaller than 4/0 AWG in size. The sum of the cross-sectional areas of all the cables smaller than 4/0 AWG must not exceed the maximum allowable cable fill area listed in column 1 of table 392.22a(1) for the corresponding cable tray width. This table provides the maximum allowable cable fill area for multiconductor cables rated 2000 volts or less installed in ladder, ventilated trough, or solid bottom cable trays. The table is divided into 4 key columns. Columns 1 and 2 apply to ladder or ventilated trough cable trays, while columns 3 and 4 apply to solid bottom cable trays. For ladder or ventilated trough trays, Column 1 specifies the maximum allowable fill area for 392.22 A1B, while Column 2 provides the values for 392.22 A1C. Similarly, for solid bottom trays, Column 3 applies to 392.22 A3B, and Column 4 applies to 392.22 A3C. The rows in the table list the inside widths of the cable trays, ranging from 50 mm, 2 inches, to 900 mm, 36 inches. For each width, the corresponding maximum allowable fill area is provided in square millimeters and square inches. For instance, we have 3 3/0 AWG cables, 3 2/0 AWG cables, and 1 1/0 AWG cable, all of which are XHHW, PVC, 3-core, Type TC power cables. What is the minimum width required for a ladder-type cable tray? The cross-sectional area can be obtained from the manufacturer's cable catalog, as with the first example. If the catalog does not provide the cross-sectional area, you can calculate it using the overall outside diameter. The overall diameter of a 3/0 AWG cable is 1.385 inches, resulting in an area of 1.507 square inches. Since there are 3 of these cables, their total area is 4.52 square inches. For the 3 2/0 AWG cables, with an overall diameter of 1.279 inches, the area is 1.285 square inches, leading to a total of 3.855 square inches for those cables. As for the 1/0 AWG cable, its overall diameter is 1.186 inches, but the cross-sectional area is 1.105 square inches. Adding these together, the total cross-sectional area of all the cables is 9.48 square inches. Therefore, the minimum inside width of the ladder-type cable tray, according to Table 392.22 A1, in Column 1, is 200 mm or 8 inches. Subsection 392.22 A1C. When 4/0 AWG or larger cables are installed in the same cable tray as cables smaller than 4/0 AWG, the total cross-sectional area of all cables smaller than 4/0 AWG must not exceed the maximum allowable fill area calculated in Column 2 of Table 392.22 A1 for the corresponding cable tray width. The 4/0 AWG and larger cables must be installed in a single layer, with no additional cables placed on top of them. This subsection is the combination of the two subsections 392.22 A1 A and 392.22 A1 B, where the cable tray contains a mix of 4/0 AWG or larger cables and cables smaller than 4/0 AWG. As per this subsection, the total cross-sectional area of all the cables smaller than 4/0 AWG must not exceed the maximum allowable fill area calculated using Column 2 of Table 392.22 A1 for the corresponding cable tray width. Let's go back to Table 392.22 A1 in Column 2. You will notice that there is a superscript A. We can refer to the note below this table. What is meant by this superscript is stated in the note. A. The maximum allowable fill areas in columns 2 and 4 shall be calculated. For example, the maximum allowable fill in square m for a 150 mm wide cable tray in column 2 shall be 4,500 minus 30 multiplied by SD. The maximum allowable fill, in square inches, for a 6 inches wide cable tray in column 2 shall be 7 minus 1.2 multiplied by SD. While the superscript B is the term SD in columns 2 and 4 is equal to the sum of the diameters, in m, of all cables 107.2 millimeters, in inches, of all 4/0 AWG, and larger multi-conductor cables in the same cable tray with smaller cables. To understand this, let's have an example by combining the two previous examples. The cable will be installed are 3 4/0 AWG cables, 2 250 kc mil cables, 3 300 kc mil, 3 3/0 AWG cables, 3 2/0 AWG cables, and 1 1/0 AWG cable, all of which are XHHW, PVC, 3-core, Type TC power. What will be the minimum width of the cable tray? Since we calculated the total width of the 4/0 AWG and larger and the total cross-sectional area of a multi-conductor smaller than 4/0 AWG, we can now determine the minimum size of the inside diameter of the cable tray. For the cable tray installation, cables smaller than 4/0 AWG have a total cross-sectional area of 9.48 square inches. For cables that are 4/0 AWG or larger, The total overall diameter is 13.305 inches, which we designate as SD in column 2 of the table. To calculate the maximum allowable fill area, we use the formula from column 2, where the maximum allowable fill is 1.2 multiplied by SD, resulting in an SD of 15.97 square inches. By adding the 9.48 square inches from the smaller cables, the total fill area comes to 15.97 plus 9.48, equaling 25.45 square inches. Note that this sum is over the limit of 23.5 square inches, which is the maximum permitted fill given in column 1 for a 20 inches wide cable tray. Column 1 shows that a 24 inches wide tray, with 28 square inches fill capacity, would be required for the 25.45 square inches determined from the calculation of column 2, table 392.22a. Therefore, to accommodate the 25.45 square inches of fill, a 24-inch, 600 mm, wide cable tray should be used. Thank you all for watching.